Hey yo, this is Birdman, episode 1. Thank you for viewing in to Bird in the Room. And today we're going to talk about the American robin and how it scales up. So, the American robin, future me insert the Latin name because I cannot pronounce that.
Turdus migratorius.
On average, they measure between 20 to 28 centimeters long. They're very slender, they have a round head and long legs. And the males will have bright orange, reddish breasts with a dark slate gray back and head. The females, juveniles, they usually have a softer breast, which is orange and a brownish gray back in comparison. But now let's talk about how the hell they even got their scientific name, which in English means the migrating thrush. So, early European settlers, they found this bird that looks a lot like the one they have at home, which we call the European robin. In no way are they related, but the Europeans wanted to call it the migrating thrush, which we now call the American robin, because they have a very similar red breast. Alright, now let's talk about range, migration, and such. So robins live year-round across most of the United States and southern Canada, but they'll breed farther north, like up into Alaska in summer, and they'll flock south for winter. And that's how they usually will interact with the land. Now, don't get me wrong, they have small brains, but they're not that dumb. So they're very adaptable, they're bold, they like to live in not only woodlands, but also they can survive in suburban areas like cities and parks, and even mountains and forests and tundra. Like whether in your backyard or the wild, they are pretty comfortable. And they're good at foraging. I'd say they mainly like earthworms, berries, honeysuckle, fermented fruit, which can even get them tipsy at times if they have enough. And healthy robin populations signal a pesticide-free lawn, which is always great. And how do they live? Well, robin homes are built up of sturdy cup nests of mud, grass, and leaves. And they're built usually in trees or shrubs, and they can raise up to about 3 chicks per year. And even though only 40% of nests actually succeed, and only 25 of the fledglings survive the late fall, there are a lot. They have no problem when it comes to worrying about their extinction. Now, what do they sound like if you hear one in the wild? I'll play that for you right now. Yeah, isn't that nice? Yeah, I agree. It's pretty, it's nice, nostalgic, soft. Makes me happy. Now, what would I rank this bird for if I were to have it in my yard or just near my neighborhood? I'd say a solid B plus. I think that they are good to have around. They're not bad for an environment. They're not bad for other birds. They do a really good job with keeping everything equal, you know? They don't mess up the food chain. They don't mess up my garden if I wanted to expand it. I think they're a solid bird. I mean, they don't really do much, which is why they're not an A tier. But, I think that they at least deserve to be in B plus because they have good whistles. They have few babies. And I think they're a pretty solid bird altogether.